Huddy Sports presents a live Huddy production. Keep up to date, huddysports.co.nz.
In the world of electrical and mechanical contracting, complexity is a given. Finding a partner who can handle it all, that's where it gets simple. At NME, we spent over 30 years mastering the art of integrated solutions, from high-end electrical and mechanical engineering to comprehensive HVAC and 24/7 maintenance. We don't just fill a gap, we power the whole project. With a team of over 150 experts across New Zealand, we bring the scale of a giant and the dedication of a local partner to every site. NME, precision engineering, proven reliability. Visit us at nme.co.nz. Here at Huddy Sports, we love a good game plan. And when it comes to travel, our go-to is Louise Reddy from New Zealand Travel Brokers. Whether it's a sports tour, a family break, or that bucket list trip, she'll get you there stress-free with all the best deals around. She's local, she's experienced, and she backs the game like we do, and she's a great supporter of Huddy Sports. Look up Louise Reddy at louisereddy.nztravelbrokers.co.nz or email louise@louise.reddy@newzealandtravelbrokers.co.nz. Travel smart and travel like a pro. Looking for the perfect place to park up? Welcome to Joe's Garage, Wellington. Local legend based on Tory Street, where the coffee is always hot, the beer is ice cold, and the food is built to fuel your soul. From a world-class breakfast to kickstart your morning to legendary burgers and late-night entertainment with family and friends, Joe's Garage has got your back. It's honest food, great tunes, and even better company. Joe's Garage, Wellington. Swing by, grab a seat, and make yourself at home, because everyone's welcome at Joe's. Joe's Garage, Wellington, 56 Tory Street, Te Aro, Wellington. Blocked drains, leaky pipes, don't let plumbing problems sideline your day. Call the team, Mike Pinfold Plumbing and Drain Laying Limited. Mike has been our sponsor since the very beginning. From quick fixes to full renovations, he's got the tools, the team, and the know-how to get the job done right. First time, every time. Local, reliable, and always on time. That's how Mike plays the game. Find Mike Pinfold at Pinfold Plumbing at extra.co.nz 027 430 4351. Mike Pinfold Plumbing and Drain Laying Limited. Also Google Mike Pinfold Plumbing and let the pros handle the flow. The Huddy Hui. Huddy Sports' captivating sports show. The Huddy Hui covers Wellington club rugby as well as other sporting topics of debate. Tune in on YouTube during the rugby playing months as host Brad Hudson interviews rugby players and other sporting personalities across the Wellington region and the rest of New Zealand. Catch the Huddy Hui streaming on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and wherever good yarns are heard. The Huddy Hui live on Huddy Sports.
Hi, Gavin Murphy here
And Cassie Murphy.
from G and Higton Funeral Directors.
Don't leave it up to someone else to tell your story. Do it now when you can enjoy being part of the conversation.
With a prepaid funeral, you can have music, readings and venue all chosen by you.
For your free funeral planning pack with everything you need to get started, go to our website at gnhigton.co.nz/pre-planning.
In the world of electrical and mechanical contracting, complexity is a given. Finding a partner who can handle it all, that's where it gets simple. At NME, we spent over 30 years mastering the art of integrated solutions, from high-end electrical and mechanical engineering to comprehensive HVAC and 24/7 maintenance. We don't just fill a gap, we power the whole project. With a team of over 150 experts across New Zealand, we bring the scale of a giant and the dedication of a local partner to every site. NME, precision engineering, proven reliability. Visit us at nme.co.nz. Blocked drains, leaky pipes, don't let plumbing problems sideline your day. Call the team, Mike Pinfold Plumbing and Drain Laying Limited. Mike has been our sponsor since the very beginning, from quick fixes to full renovations. He's got the tools, the team, and the know-how to get the job done right. First time, every time. Local, reliable, and always on time. That's how Mike plays the game. Find Mike Pinfold at Pinfold Plumbing at extra.co.nz, 027 430 4351. Mike Pinfold Plumbing and Drain Laying Limited. Also Google Mike Pinfold Plumbing and let the pros handle the flow. Looking for the perfect place to park up? Welcome to Joe's Garage Wellington. Local legend based on Tory Street, where the coffee is always hot, the beer is ice cold, and the food is built to fuel your soul. From a world-class breakfast to kickstart your morning to legendary burgers and late-night entertainment with family and friends, Joe's Garage has got your back. It's honest food, great tunes, and even better company. Joe's Garage Wellington. Swing by, grab a seat, and make yourself at home, because everyone's welcome at Joe's. Joe's Garage Wellington, 56 Tory Street, Te Aro, Wellington. The Huddy Hui, Huddy Sports' captivating sports show. The Huddy Hui covers Wellington club rugby as well as other sporting topics of debate. Tune in on YouTube during the rugby playing months as host Brad Hudson interviews rugby players and other sporting personalities across the Wellington region and the rest of New Zealand. Catch the Huddy Hui streaming on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and wherever good yarns are heard. The Huddy Hui live on Huddy Sports.
Hi, Gavin Murphy here
And Cassie Murphy.
from G and Higton Funeral Directors.
Don't leave it up to someone else to tell your story. Do it now when you can enjoy being part of the conversation.
With a prepaid funeral, you can have music, readings and venue all chosen by you.
For your free funeral planning pack with everything you need to get started, go to our website at gnhigton.co.nz/pre-planning.
Here at Huddy Sports, we love a good game plan. And when it comes to travel, our go-to is Louise Reddy from New Zealand Travel Brokers. Whether it's a sports tour, a family break, or that bucket list trip, she'll get you there stress-free with all the best deals around. She's local, she's experienced, and she backs the game like we do, and she's a great supporter of Huddy Sports. Look up Louise Reddy at louisereddy.nztravelbrokers.co.nz or email louise@louise.reddy@newzealandtravelbrokers.co.nz. Travel smart and travel like a pro. Tēnā koutou katoa, no mai haere mai, and welcome to a very rain-soaked Nairnville Park. It has been a very stormy day in the Wellington region. I was very lucky to get out of my suburb this morning. I managed to get out at 11 o'clock. It was a bit hit and miss whether this broadcast would go ahead, but we are here and we're undercover, unlike a lot of folk here at Nairnville Park. So it's Old Boys University, the home side, taking on Petone. Both teams undefeated this season. Old Boys University third on the table, 2 wins against Johnsonville and Wainuiamata. And Petone, 4th on the table, 2 wins against Tawa and Upper Hutt. So Old Boys University would like to thank their sponsors for season 2026. That is Dynasty Sports, TBI Health, Stellar Recruitment, and Leroy's, which is the new home of Old Boys University. And tell us more about the new venue is Hayden Smith, who joins us in the commentary today. Great to see you, Hayden.
Thanks, Brad. Thanks for having me. Yeah, Leroy's, what can I say? It's eclectic. It's a little bit weird. It's like us, you know. It's got a little bit of our memorabilia on the walls and feels like home. So open every Saturday during the rugby season and pretty healthy specials on pints of the goat lager as well. So get in there, support the club and rub shoulders with some pretty impressive humans.
Of course, Nairnville Park is our venue today. We were supposed to play here round 1, but Onslow had a final, which they won, which in cricket, of course.
Yeah, they did. They made the final. We got kicked off here and had to go up to Rugby League Park, which we didn't complain about. And back here today, the underfoot. It's actually okay. It's just very, very slippery, especially on that cricket block area in that northern corner. So it'll be interesting to see how fullbacks handle those balls through.
There are some brave souls here today. Our cameraman, he's actually underneath a gazebo that has got bungee cords and everything tied on trees. So hopefully the trees don't blow out of the ground, but he'll be well protected from the elements today. And like the players, let's have a look at the 2 teams today. Old Boys University, Hunter Kennedy, late change coming in at fullback with the Hurricanes Hunters game not being played. Chong Hosking and Coburg are the wings. Malo Tavita Manuel in his 50th game. Hunters up with Ben Gordon in the midfield. Jake Lawson first 5. Sam Walton Sexton in 9. Brooklyn Tapusoa in 8. Mitch Shields in 7. Cody Quinn at 6. The locks are Harry Irving and John T. Riley in the front row. Gareth Ward-Allen, Geordie Bean and Lawrence Gerald Lim. For the Villagers who are out on the field at the moment, it's Jacob Waikiri Jones at fullback. Max Hosking and William Davis are the wings. Tom Carter and Jordan Glenn Bradbrook are the midfield. First 5 is Rory Willett. Cam Ferreira is the halfback. Kitiona Letufia at 8. Connor Tuivale, the captain, at 7. Marcus Alex Hopoulos in 6. The locks are John O'Bailey and Archie Schrader. In the front row, there's Tafonao Katoa, Caleb Sexton, the hooker, and Jordan Salui. And here's the home side out on the paddock today. Let's talk about them, Hayden. It's a big change from last year's team.
Yeah, a lot of young guys in there, but it's not... It's like what happens every year at OBU. You know, there's a lot of young guys come through, got a lot of good school leavers. Jacob Kennedy at the back is one to watch. And then some old heads, Gareth Ward-Allen in that front row, Lawrence Jarrell Lim. You know, it's a pretty impressive front row, so I can see that scrum being a point of focus today.
Our officials for today, Charlie Harris is the referee in his 34th Premier game, and he'll be assisted by Finn Mellon and Barry Morrison. And in the referee's change room, which is also the toilet here at Nairnville Park, there was a tricycle in the referee's change room. I told Charlie that he would go viral if he went out into the middle of the field with a tricycle. He didn't take up the offer, which is a bit of a shame.
I hope the kid who was riding the tricycle was all right.
So it'll be Old Boys University kicking off towards the eastern side here at Nairnville Park. Live here on Huddy Sports YouTube. Great to be working alongside Old Boys University this season. No Lossie Filippo and Logan Henry for Petone today. They've gone off to play 10s tournament over in Hong Kong, I believe. And Braith Ingram is out with a little minor niggle. And it's an early penalty here for Old Boys University. Obstruction is the call. And so early opportunity for them to get into the 22, Hayden.
Yeah, that seems to be something the referees are cracking down on this year. It seems to be a point of focus for the referees in Super Rugby, and that slowly filters down into club rugby as well. So protecting the guys going to compete for the ball.
Looking forward to seeing Hunter Kennedy today playing at fullback. He last year was a superstar for Palmerston North Boys High School. He scored a 100-metre try against St. Pat's Silverstream last year, and that turned into one of our viral shorts on Huddy Sports YouTube. Lucky enough to interview him as well. They call him the Pew Pew Express.
High calibre human as well, like all people from Palmerston North. So
got a good rugby museum as well. Here's Geordie Bean. Helped us put up the gazebo this afternoon. First line out of the afternoon, and it's secured well there by Tapusoa. Here's Bean again with the ball in hand. Oh, over the top is Connor Tuivale. And he gets the penalty. Connor Tuivale latching onto that one with his iconic pink headgear. And so early penalties for both sides. That time there, Geordie just got himself isolated away from the support.
Yeah, not clean off the top of the line out. We'll do better next time.
Now, of course, when we look back at the results over the last few years, these games have been very topsy-turvy. 2 years ago, Petone came out here with a star-studded pack. Harry Godfrey, Riley Higgins, Belgium, Tutanga Lower. You guys were well and truly ahead of them at half-time. And then somehow Petone came to life and won. But last year was probably one of the more cruel games. Tom Henderson with that drop goal. And then a cruel penalty to end. It sort of summed up the season, really, for Old Boys last year.
Yeah, I think in our first 3 games we'd lost by a total of 5 points. So, yeah, a bit different this year.
A lot of pace in this Old Boys University backline. That might just have a bit too much on it as Rory Willett is in the in goal, grounds the ball. Will be a goal line dropout for the Villagers. Now, of course, some games aren't going ahead today, understandable because of the weather. Parramatta Plympton was supposed to be playing Avalon. I believe that's a lake out at Ngāti Toa Domain. But it was pretty hectic where I was living in the Hutt Valley this morning. Very lucky to get out. I had to negotiate with the guy that was doing the one-way system at the entrance to my valley.
Yeah, I saw some of the images of the Haywoods interchange. It looked bad.
So, Willett now. The time off there, I think they're just cleaning the ball, I think. Oh, it's been touched by Old Boys University. In position now. Here's Hunter Kennedy. Gives it out to Bean. He crashes forward. 15 away from the 22. With Ben Gordon, he previously played the last few years up at Hamilton Marist. They were the champions in the Waikato last year. He's actually a Wellington College Old Boy, but he did a law degree at Waikato. The ball's being knocked backwards, said Charlie Harris. His wrestling now is Jake Lawson. Mainly plays halfback. First 5 position today because he's also quite a talented halfback as well called Sam Walton Sexton. Arm out against the Villagers. It's Old Boys University. Kick it through Marlo Manuel. And offside is the call. Now, of course, you've been long associated with Old Boys University, Hayden, but last year you were the manager of the WRFU Bush team. And of course, there's a few players in this Old Boys University team that played for WRFU Bush last year.
Yeah, coincidence. Well, yeah, we've got Sam Walton Sexton, who's out of the Greytown Club in the Wairarapa. He was in the Heartland 15 that went to Samoa last year to play 2 tests. A 9, and also in the Ian Kirkpatrick final vote for the player of the Heartland season last year. So very, very capable 9. Big future, I think, ahead of him. And then obviously there's Johnny Falloon, who's out of Rathkeel. Who else have we got in the team today from Mitch Shields, Wairarapa College. Falau Vea on the bench or not playing today, injured. He was the Heartland Player of the Year last year. Gareth Ward-Allen also in that Heartland squad. So, yeah, a good mix of OBU in that team.
Here's the penalty attempt by Old Boys University. It drifts away to the right-hand side of the post, so the score remains 3-0. 5 minutes gone here in this round 3 fixture. And early messages against Petone for offsides. Bossy Palu, the coach of the Premier side this year. He's a well-known figure here in Wellington rugby. And what's he brought to the program this year?
Well, I think he was bracketed until very late. He was going to be on the bench today, so he brings a lot. Look, Tomasi's a big part of our culture. And part of the OBU Academy and our director of rugby for a long period of time. Just recently stood down, but he's a big part of our success in the last few years.
Pass from Walton Sexton out to Gareth Ward-Allen. He'll be used to these conditions, being an underwater hockey player. There's Lawson now. Looking to stretch it out in what is pretty tricky conditions. Very slippery and wet. Tony trying to disrupt the ruck. Down to the hands of Mitch Shields. And here's Lawson. Oh, gee, he ran into the forearm of Khandallah. Harry Irving. An impressive CV he is building up, Harry Irving. Wellington Lions, New Zealand under-20s last year. Product of Scots College, playing out here today. Here's the box kick. Underneath it by Cuddy Jones. Bounces awkwardly. Bullett's got it. I think this is going to be the nature of the game with these high kicks, as it's really going to test the player's ability, particularly with the wind and the rain. Someone who doesn't really need to worry about that too much is Hunter Kennedy as he kicks it through. Looks to regather. Cam Ferreira has done well just in time. And it's a penalty against Old Boys University. Taken quickly by Ferreira. You've got to watch him, folks. Even our cameraman has to speed up when Cam Ferreira breaks through. And that's been stolen by Old Boys University. That's Harry Irving with a kick down the field.
Talking about his impressive CV. Add that to it.
Now Jacob Waikiki Jones in his third game for the Villagers. Kicks it down. And that has got into touch.
Cameraman, can we tilt it down a little bit?
Yeah, that's better. Cool. So here we are. Geordie B, line out directly in front of our commentary position. Secured at the front through Jonty Riley. And that's another big tackle. That time there was Lutufia. He previously played the last few seasons for Wainuiomata. He's gone back to Petone, where he played his Colts footy in 2021. Oh, that's cleverly played there by Lawson. Kicked up by Coburg. Regathered by Saxton, but it's been ruled one of those sort of high tackles around the sternum. They've been very tough on those again this season.
Yeah, I'd just like to see a little bit of consistency. If that's a high tackle, then that's the standard, then let's call them all.
We'll do our best during the broadcast to bring you updates from around the grounds. Round 3 of the Swindale Shield for 2026. We have time off here. I think there's Charlie Harris was just cleaning something out. This rain has just picked up in its intensity in the last 5 minutes. It is Cam Ferreira that is down and back play for Old Boys University. He has to go off. It will be a debutant coming on, and Axel Dakin. He previously played at Upper Hutt College, but last year made the move to Silverstream and had a star season at Axel Dakin. Only plays for the Petone Colts, but called up today.
Cam Ferreira must be getting close to 100 games. Is that right? He's been around what feels like a long time.
Yeah, he's 89th game today.
Yeah.
So he's been around for...
Really consistent performer as well.
Well, they've gone for the short option here. Ooh, was that slightly forward from Katoa to Saxon, but it's been lost by Saxon. The counteract comes through from Petone. And Old Boys University now doing the reverse on Petone. Expect this game to be full of fireworks today. Now they're running freely. It's kicked downtown. Into the 22. Someone needs to get those umbrellas out of the way. And that's gone over the dead ball line, so we're going to come all the way back just outside the 22.
Right idea, I think. Let's play the game down in that Petone 22. It's a tough place to get down out of. You see in that top left corner, that cricket pitch area. It's slippery. It's a tough place to get out of.
Cam Ferreira is back on his feet, so that is good news for the Villagers. So they will have the scrum, the first scrum of the afternoon. Tell us about the Old Boys University scrum. How's it gone in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, pretty good. It's anchored by some big meat in that front row. Gareth Ward-Allen here on the loose head side. He's a dominant scrummager, a very strong man. I can think he can lift a small European hatchback above his head.
And when they played Oriental Rongotai last year at the cage, he played number 8 that day.
He did. Oh, he's popped that three up. That's a scrum.
He's got the better of the Petone prop, and they've got the penalty as well. Gareth Ward-Allen got the better that time of Jordan Salui. And what a victory early on at scrum time for the Billy Goats.
Great scrummaging. Textbook. People will say that's boring and all those bad things, but that to me is... He's got underneath the three, he's got underneath the tight head, and Jordan Salui's got a long day in front of him if he's going to let Gareth get into those regions.
Well, Gareth Ward-Allen has gone down in OBU history with that impressive run in the Jubilee Cup final. They say, you know when you won a Jubilee Cup when there's a moment, and that was the moment where he got that big breakaway against Tawa that resulted in a try for Old Boys University to win the Jubilee Cup 2024. What a final that was. Here's Cody Quinn. Gives it back out. Centre field right on the 22 now. There's Mitch Seals into the action. Gordy Bean. Back out to Quinn. Loose ball. And Walton Sexton's done well, but he's been dragged to the ground there by Katoa. Tony not committing to the ruck that time. And the arms out. Petone caught in an offside position. Here's Kennedy. Gives it out to Riley. He's running freely as Jonty Riley. He can lunge and he's got the try.
Great try.
Excellent try for Jonty Riley as we look at the NME replay. And Riley, 10 outside the 22, just runs freely. And Ferreira and Willett join him for the ride over the try line.
Really athletic for a big man. He by trade, he's a 6 or 8. And also what I hear, a handy left-handed lower order batsman and left unorthodox spin. So right at home there on the cricket block area.
There's a few cricketers in this Old Boys University team. Yeah, 2 in the reserves. Ari Bonaire, he played for Vic Uni in cricket this year. 124 for 110 balls in cricket this season.
Yeah,
so.
Cody Quinn was also a very good cricketer at school, Kapiti College. Multiple hundreds and 5-wicket bags, so a talented sportsman.
So this is Malo Tavita Manuel in his 50th game today. Previously played for Oriental Rongotai. 19 games from 2019-2020.
Feels like he's been around for a long time.
It sure does. Here's the conversion attempt. Unsuccessful, so the score remains 5-0. 15 and a half minutes gone here at Nairnville Park. And it's all OBU at the moment. Let's have some score updates. We've got some live ones here on Tribe. Only one so far. Johnsonville and Wellington is 7-0 to Johnsonville. Sometimes looking at the WRFU app sometimes is a little bit more accurate. Tribe's sometimes been a little bit slack this year. Here we are, the restart by the Villagers. Into the 22, taken here by Chong Hosking. And he kicks that safely into the touch, roughly about 15 away from the Western 22.
Looks like a late change there, Brett. Isaac Wong starting in 14 today.
So, Petone through Hoskins. Big drive here by Utafia. Rare opportunity for the Villagers in this half. Here's Tuival. High up into the OBU defence. Kato, I'm not sure if he came through as in the right position there. He was offside. Play on as the call. The Billy Goats, they're really sniffing around this breakdown, sensing a real opportunity to steal the ball every time. Here's Willett. Pass out to Glenn Bradbrook. Into the hands of William Davis. Up high in the tackle that time. Oh, he's lost the ball, but it's been ruled a penalty.
What do you do here if you're Petone? Do you take 3?
Well, they last week, different conditions. They hardly had a shot at goal.
Here we go, there.
And they're going to kick to the corner. They're turning down the opportunity for a shot at goal. It didn't find touch, did it? No, it didn't. Walton Sexton bangs this down. And Hosking. Oh, he's shanked that one. And Old Boys University win the victory.
That's a big change of momentum there, isn't it? You know, could have taken 3, could have had a line-out drive, missed the touch, and you're 80 metres back down the other end. All game in the wet.
So it'll be Geordie Bean again to throw this line out in. Also occasionally plays at prop as well.
Yeah, a talented loose head prop too.
Mother scores 6-0 Orange Orangatai ahead of Upper Hutt. 3-0 Pornuki ahead of Wainuimata. 5-0 Hutt against Norths. 3-0 Marist against Tawa. Those are the scores at present in round 3. Knock on here against the Billy Goats. So Petone will have the scrum 10 outside their own 22. That rain is just... I think it's got heavy actually, to be honest. So well, we're quite lucky. We're inside a nice van away from the elements.
Yeah, I feel like I'm sitting out of the FBI in some sort of communication hub or something. It's, yeah, a big white van. Very comfortable.
I won't say what Cody Quinn said this morning about the white vans. So, second scrum of the game, and it was OBU that demolished the Petone scrum. Scrum coach Eugene Smith would not been happy with that scrum. Let's see what happens here now. Fed in by Ferreira. And this time they get it out quickly. Chip through. Jordan Glenn Bradbrook. He latches onto it. Still going is Jordan. And they get the ball back in time. Oh, that time Marcus Alexopoulos knocks the ball on. And he had a bit of space in front of him, but unfortunately, you've got to be careful in these conditions.
Yeah, if it's anything to go the Prem Reserve game is anything to go by, it was very error-ridden, very slippery out there. The surface, as I said, it's harder than it looks. It's on top, very wet.
Well, this is mainly weather you would probably expect in July, Wellington. Early on in the season. Well, we've been blessed the last 2 rounds with pretty good weather conditions. And we're going to have a reset scrum here by Charlie Harris. He's a flight inspector during the week. And his nickname in the association is called Young Sheldon.
Yeah, I can see that. Somewhere on the spectrum as well, having a conversation with him pre-game, like Sheldon. He knows his laws. Has been one of the better referees across Wellington rugby the last couple of years. He's a big future, I think.
Well, yeah, this is going to be both front rows slipping that time. I think some of the players left the wrong boots at home today.
Yeah, as an old tight forward, I'd hate to see anyone wearing moulded soles out there today, but you know what these young guys are like.
In your playing career for Old Boys University, what was your greatest highlight, Hayden?
Well, a lot of people will talk about on-field results, but you know, the friends you meet through Old Boys University, you know, that's untold. You're meeting the likes of Patches O'Houlihan, you know, having him as a close friend. You know, it's those off-field wins which mean and stick with you longest.
Well, Patches said before the broadcast you have to behave yourself because his mother's watching today. So.
Yes, Christine, lovely lady, who I'm surprised she's not here. She's a big supporter of Brad's and normally at games, but if she's listening, I think she is listening to the live stream.
Yeah, she is. Yep.
She's missed today, but she's a lovely lady.
Well, that's 3 resets in a row. And Charlie Harris is changing sides again. Early management issues for both teams and the referee. Scrum time. 21 and a half minutes gone. 5-0 to the home side over Petone. Actually a decent crowd here at Nairnville Park, considering the weather elements today.
And there's just no hiding from the rain here. You know, look, if it's wet up here, you're going to get wet.
Oh, been a good scrum again by the Billy Goats. Walton Sexton fires it back towards Lawson. And they're going for that tactic again. They're just kicking it down. Here's Waikiri Jones. That's down into the 22. And they have to ground it in there, does Lawson. And that will be a goal line dropout. Goal line dropout. It's the third year we've had that ruling. What's your thoughts on it, on the game?
Yeah, you know, the held up over the line, it seems to be a big reward for the defending side. Maybe too big.
Yep.
Balance there somewhere, but not totally against it.
Yeah. I think, you're right about when it's held up in the end goal. I think that should just still be in favour of the attacking team.
Agree.
Underneath it is Tom Carter. Tom Carter, who destroyed a neighbour's bush when he parked the car this morning. I told him not to worry.
Your bush?
Essentially.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, loose pass by the Villagers. It's Scrappy. It's been kicked through. Gordon. And it's gone over the touchline. And Petone, just 6s and 7s at the moment. Their structure's not working for them, Hayden.
Yeah, and Ben Gordon pounced there. As you said earlier, a Wellington College old boy, but his... And not the referee, Richard Gordon, but another Richard Gordon, who was on our committee for a long period of time, and a high-flying lawyer in Wellington, who played a number of games for the club as well. So the father-son tradition carrying on.
Well, Old Boys University, they get the line-out win. Lawson kicks it down into the 22. That is great
great play. Great kick.
Well done. They're really winning the kicking battle at the moment, the Billy Goats. So, Tony pushed back into their 22. McCann Green and Cam Prouting. Eugene Smith. Frustrating stuff for them. For the Billy Goats, they're loving this. At the back, into the hands of John O'Bailey. Well, they've stopped because they did this. This happened last week too with Petone. The upper hut didn't commit, and they kept going, and they lost the ball. Here's Hunter Kennedy, midfield. Back out to Gordon. Runs straight into his opposite number. There's one of OBU's players over the years, Oscar Lynch, walks past the broadcast van. Turned over here by Petone. As it's Jordan Glenn Radbrook at acting halfback. Still pressing it forward. Here's Itafia. Fired back into the 22 by the boot of Willett. Bounces in front of Kennedy. He does well. Gives it back to Lawson, who's wrapped up by Hosking. Now they have to release. Walton Sexton looking around. Finds Ward Allen. Pressures into Alex Hopoulos. Now fire back to Manuel. Here's Kennedy. Now they're running. Here goes Hunter Kennedy. Good pass out to Callum Coburg. He passes infield. Might have been a plea for an early tackle that time. That play honours the call. Ben Gordon sensing an opportunity. He's still going as Ben Gordon. He's a metre away from the line. Walton Sexton goes. The arms out. And Charlie Harris forensically looking in. Ward Allen with the ball, with his hands on the ball, looks to wrestle towards the line. Walton Sexton again. It's hard to get that ball out at the moment. Here's Manuel. High pass out to Riley. He's got two. Unfortunately, we couldn't see him score. But we look at that replay of the build-up to that. It really came from that kicking game of the backs for Old Boys University. And Riley goes over for try number 2. It is 10-0 favour of the home side.
Yeah, really, really smart play there. A lot of, you can't beat gas. Who said that? El Curtin.
Yep.
Jacob Kennedy on the outside. And I thought we'd blown it there. We'd Callum Coburg threw that big one inside, and then level-headed Sam Walton Sexton just eased things out, and we get in over in the corner. John T. Riley, another try for him.
So third attempt at the post for Manuel. This conversion and a penalty. This one about 12 inside from the northern touchline. 5 outside the 22. And that is a successful shot at goal. 12-0 is the score. And we've only got about 13 minutes left in this first half.
Marlow playing his 50th game today. He has been a constant across OBU teams in the last few years. He's won maybe 2, maybe 3 Jubilee Cups, at least 2 Swindales as well. So a big part of the success the club's had in the last, must be 6 or 7 years now. Marlow's been at the club.
The restart down to the 22 again for Lawson. And Lawson bangs this down. Waikiri Jones kicks it forward. And that time he's guilty as he jumped in with his shoulder into Walton Sexton. And so Charlie Harris in the rule book that time. So discipline and errors for the Villagers are a concern for them. But the game plan for Old Boys University, working a treat in these conditions.
Yeah, playing a little bit wider than I thought we would, but it seems to be working. Jake Lawson at 10 has played 9 all in his history at OBU, has been a real godsend today.
Well, that time he didn't find touch. Hosking passed it into Willett.
Commentator's curse.
Here's Ferreira. Litchfield. Pressing forward again, but Old Boys University at the breakdown been real menaces against Petone. Katoa with the offload out to Salui. Tuival. Wrestled to ground by Sam Walton Sexton. And Ferreira. Oh, Alex Hopperless, he's got the fumbles again. And he's knocked it on. And it's going to be a scrum for Old Boys University. Old Boys University would like to thank their sponsors for 2026, Dynasty Sports, TBI Health, Stella Recruitment, and Leroy's, the new home of Old Boys University.
Matt Loveridge has just slid into my DMs and said Marlow actually won a Colts championship in 2018 as well. So,
oh, well.
Matt's probably told me to say that because he was part of the coaching and management group. So.
Now the first half is all in favour of Old Boys University. Petone yet to find their groove. Here's Marlow. Wrapped up by Ferreira and Willett. Into the hands of Jarrell Lim. And Lawson looks to the 22 again. The mark's been taken by Waikiri Jones. And so this will just settle it down for the Villagers. Relatively young side for OBU again this year, but some real talent. That ball didn't find kick again. Find touch, I mean. Here's Willett. And unfortunately...
Net game, OBU.
Yeah, OBU winning the game there again.
Yeah, a young team this year. And I think we've lost... Patches will give you the exact stats on the number of guys who've actually left. And have left Wellington work opportunities in Sydney and Melbourne. I think it's a Wellington problem, not just an OBU problem, but we're a bit more exposed to it being the city club.
Riley having a stellar game. particularly at line-out time. 2 tries to his name as well. 10 away from the 22 now, the Billy Goats. There's Manuel. Tony pleading for the turnover. The arm is out. So Louis got his hands on the pill. Tuivau acting halfback. High pass out to Jordan Glenn Bradbrook. Looks for Katoa. Katoa fends away Cody Quinn. And unfortunately that time, he was offside. A rear blemish by the home side. Just a few exchange of pleasantries.
Yeah, a lot of jersey pulling. I don't think Cam Ferreira's going to throw anything. Yeah.
So will it now? A safer kick into touch. Of course, the Hurricanes Hunters game, that did not go ahead today due to the weather. Amazed as Orange Rongotai got up to Upper Hutt because State Highway 2 was closed for a period of the day. Here's John O'Bailey. And that's actually a rule to knock on by Old Boys University. And we'll come back for the scrum. Just a rare mistake by the home side in this match. Well, you can hear by the static in our Atmos, Mike, that's how powerful the wind is today.
Yeah, and it just feels like it's got windier and the range is a little bit heavier since since OBU scored that second try.
Tell that person with the blunt umbrella, just pull it down a tad. We need to see the scrum. So
You're in Khandallah, a lot of blunt umbrellas in Khandallah.
Get in by Ferreira. And they got it out quickly again. Here's Jordan Glenn. Tuivau, the captain. Mainly plays number 8 in the 7 jersey today. With Brafe Ingram out with a short niggle. Only out for about a week. Good hit there that time there by Mitch Shields. Flat pass knocked on again by Katoa. And yet again, Petone, when they get close to this 22, they're knocking it on.
Yeah, good defence there from Mitch Shields. A tough day for the Shields family. He's a cousin of Brad, so probably split family allegiances today. But he's second year out of Wairarapa College, and a real hard-working traditional 7. I really like the cut of his jib.
Softballer as well, I hear as well.
Yeah, multi-sport.
Well, Brad himself, he was a talented sportsman at Taita College. But probably played any sort of sport. Free kick against Petone, going early.
Jeez.
Oh, gee, that rain. I think the weather bomb's finally arrived. Oh, that's been narrowed by Old Boys University. It looks Hopperless lunging on that one. Carter. And Petone with a rare opportunity. 6 away from the western try line. Here's Tuivau. Wrapped up by Ward Allen. Oh, was there a hand in there? There was. And now it's Old Boys University. They've got to be careful in this last 5 minutes. Here goes Katoa! And Katoa lunges over and scores. And gets Petone back in this game. As we look at the replay. Came from that hand in the ruck, and they tapped it quickly, seeing an opportunity, and the Villagers are back in the contest.
Yeah, that just came from the miss with a charge down kick, one mistake, and Petone are really back in this game. Cody Quinn was calling for a third umpire there, and I think there was maybe a shepherd or an obstruction that he saw, but tough to do it. A third umpire past the man's blunt umbrella.
He's gives plenty of advice on the field, does Cody Quinn.
Seldom wrong too. Seldom wrong.
I was supposed to have retired this year, but came back.
Yeah, had retired. on the Wednesday, and then the Thursday he was back playing. So
here's Willett. Well, that wind has actually drifted away, so with around 4 minutes to go, 12-5 the score. Some score updates from around the grounds. It's 9-7, Orange Rongotai ahead of Upper Hutt. 12-3, Johnsonville ahead of Wellington. 13-0, Porniki ahead of Wellington. 17-0, Hutt against Norths. And 6-0, Marist St. Pat's ahead of Tawers. So pretty low scoring games in round 3 of the Swindale Shield.
yeah, MSP have been a surprise to me this year. Back into winning way.
With Brendan Reedy back there in the coaching position. Seems the Red Machine have...
A lot of Henny Mullers, I'd imagine, on a Tuesday training.
there would have been, yep. Back when he coached St. Pat's Town, there were plenty of those back in the day. Here's Hunter Kennedy now. Oh, they've lost the ball. Been kicked forward. Charlie Harris will come back for the knock-on. A rare mistake by Hunter Kennedy. And so Old Boys University, it was a pretty close game between the Colts today, from what I hear.
Yeah, I didn't get the final score. How did it finish
I
up?
think I heard while I was setting up is that it was Old Boys University ahead at the time, but 17-10 to Petone in the end. So that's probably good after last week for OBU Colts.
Yeah, they've got a good coaching group there. Some guys who have been involved in the Prem setup. Dave Calvert, Willie, Richard Dawson, bringing back the varsity kind of method into bonding off the field, and the boys are really enjoying their time together.
Well, Petone, 5 away from halfway, centre field. Less than 2 minutes to go. Here's Jordan Glenn Bradbrook. Offloads it to Ferreira. And it's Harry Irving to the rescue. Katoa. Katoa still going. He's sniffing for 2. Brought down in the 22. And it's Petone with a late flourish here. Flick back by Tuival. Here's William Davis. Deputy head boy of St. Pat's Silverstream last year. The counteract comes through. That's been knocked on by Petone. But Charlie Harris blows his whistle, and we're going to come back for a penalty, I believe.
Yeah, I think he called... Oh, what's that?
That's pulling down. So it's a new signal for the law book.
Same question to you. Do they take 3 here with a minute to play?
I reckon it would be a good idea too. Kicking tee has come out, and there we go. So Petone taking the opportunity to have the shot at goal. Rory Willett this season, his career points, 90 points, 8 penalties, 1 conversion, 2 tries, 16 points in Premier Rugby this season for Willett.
His father was a long-time club captain at Petone,
Correct.
wasn't he? Lovely man.
Double O. Coached the Prem Reserves for quite a few years. Finished up last year. Here's Willett with the shot at goal. It is successful. And Charlie Harris rules. There's still a bit of time to play. So 12-8 the score.
Gee, look at that rain. I don't know if your camera's doing it the justice, but it is absolutely hosing down now.
Now, I remember back in 2021, I was watching the Gallagher Shield final at Eden Park, and it was raining, nothing like this. And it was where Eden won for the first time in 99 years, their history of winning the Gallagher Shield. You guys played Norths here, a Jubilee Cup elimination playoff, and this field was a lake. I saw it on the live stream.
Yeah, I was here. Almost lost my life. Almost drowned. It was so bad.
And of course, there was that memorable game as well, the OBU Colts against Petone that day at the Hutt Rec, and OBU winning that day in extra time. And the Hutt Rec was also a late that day too as well. Adam Julian did an audio commentary on Huddy Sports in the rain on his phone. He's out today watching Wellington College and Nelson in the 150th.
Yeah, big day at Wellington College. Adam Julian will be right in his element out there, wouldn't he? History, rugby. when his worlds collide.
So into referee's time now. So Walton Sexton to feed the scrum. Oh, great scrum again by the Billy Goats. Harris is allowing this to play on. He hasn't put the arm out yet. Here's Manuel, kicks it. Here's Coburg and Kennedy. Davis has done well underneath it, but will come back for a penalty. And it was for a binding issue at scrum time.
Yeah, I think he's got the Petone 7 for leaving the scrum early.
Well, I thought the rain at 7 o'clock this morning was bad enough, but hearing that now for our Atmos, Mike, that is intense.
The ball collectors on the far side there, OBU juniors, obviously with the change from Wests into OBU, they're on a roster. They're so keen, these kids, even down there on this sideline. I don't want to send them home to their parents with pneumonia or anything, you know.
No, that's right. So. Oh, they've gone short. And Quinn managed to get it to Ward Allen just in time before it knocked on. Here's Walton Sexton. Back out to Lawson. Manuel. Harry Rankin's on in 18 for Petone. And they've got the turnover, do the Villagers. And Ferreira, he was going to look to try and kick that out, but a swarm of Billy Goats corralled him. There's a loose Chihuahua on the field, nearly. Running away in this rain. Can't blame that dog. This is bedlam here at Nairnville Park. And Waikiri Jones said, we've had enough. And that is half time here at Nairnville Park. And as the home side that is ahead 12-8. And thank God we're in shelter today, Hayden.
Yeah, mate, when you've parked up the big white van, I thought that's a bit of overkill, but it's absolutely what's needed today.
Well, that is half time here. We'll be back in 5 minutes for the second half, hopefully. Welcome back, folks, to Nairnville Park, and half-time was supposed to be when the players are resting, but Mother Nature wasn't resting then. The worst of her weather bomb landed on Nairnville Park, and our cameraman's gazebo has turned into a refuge shelter, mainly for some Petone supporters. It's eased off a little bit now, Hayden, but that was pretty intense just on half-time there.
Yeah, that was wild. And the camera doesn't do it justice. It is very wet.
Second half underway. Old Boys University receiving the kick-off. And we'll look to see if there's been any changes at half-time. We know Harry Rankin came on early on, late in that second half. He's on now. Looks like it might be for Salui, who's gone off. And an early penalty for Old Boys University. And that cricket block there, that is where a lot of slip and slides can happen.
Yeah, bowl first.
Hard to think there was only cricket here 2 weeks ago. So the line out for Old Boys University. That six inside their own half. Southern end of Nairnville Park. Old Boys University, merger of Victoria University, 1903, and Wellington College Old Boys, founded in 1897. Came Old Boys University in 1992. Well, Charlie Harris was going to call not straight, but it's one of those new law things. If they don't contest, let's play on. And here's Lawson again. He's having a stellar game in the 10 jersey. So slow coming here for the Billy Goats. Gordon Glenn Bradbrook marshalling the backs for Petone. Oh, that's gone forward. No, play on is the call. And isolated there is Waikiri Jones. Petone get reinforcements back in time. Guerrero back out to Harry Rankin. Wasn't supposed to be playing today. Supposed to be playing the under-20s game. Here's Tom Carter. Seen much of him in this game. Pass back into the 22 by Woolett's been charged down. On by Lawson. Regathered here by Coburg. Back out to Gordon. Gordon, he's got Kennedy if he needs. Gordon takes it into contact. And still going here. Ooh, flipped around that time was Callum Coburg. Oh, loose ball. Kennedy does well, but the arm's out. Penalty advantage for Old Boys University. Holden Sexton. Finds Kennedy again. Marlow kicks it through. Woolett's back there, slides down. But Harris is going to come back for the penalty. Not rolling away is the call by Charlie Harris. So it's sort of starting out the way the first half started, Hayden.
Yeah, Petone don't look composed with the ball in their own 22, do they? They look a little bit panicked and a little bit rushed in that charge down there. I think it was Cody Quinn who got the charge down. Just another momentum swing here.
Here's Manuel coming up to the mark where Charlie Harris is. I think he wanted a bit more of a better angle. So the line out on the 5x5, just inside of Nairnville Park.
This has got line out drive written all over it, hasn't it?
It certainly does. The day when you were playing, you would have loved this area of the game, Hayden.
No, and still don't. To be fair, look, it's not the beautiful game, but I'll take 5 points here. Anyway,
here's Riley, secures it, balls down into quarantine. It's at the back with Geordie Bean. Petone looked to crash him over the touchline. Oh, and Walton Sexton's just unfortunately knocked it over the touchline. And so that's a get out of jail free card there for the Villagers.
yeah, just a little bit more patience with the ball at the back there, I think, from Geordie. If he looks back at this video and hears me talking about it, he'll probably agree with me. A little bit more patience, we score there. So, Tony's line out.
They go to the back to Tuival. OBU don't commit. Oh no, Ward Allen.
He's on autopilot.
He's on autopilot. Oh, it's been charged down over the dead ball line.
It's a 5 metre scrum.
5 metre scrum. Well, Petone aren't happy, but that's the ruling from Charlie Harris. And it's going to be Old Boys University with the scrum. 5 outside the try line.
Petone look intent on arguing there with Charlie Harris. I wonder if Charlie's ever changed his mind on the field.
Not really, no. He's pretty by the book personality.
Yeah.
So options here for Old Boys University. They've been winning the scrum battle in this game. Better now. Oh, good pressure. Excellent pressure. He was going to blow his whistle that time, but he's going to reset it. I thought he was about to blow a penalty there, Charlie Harris, because the flankers for Petone came off again.
Yeah, the scrum, a real focus for OBU this season. John Schwalger, former All Black, former Hurricane, has come in as scrum coach and has had a real change in the mentality on the way we scrummage, and a bit of old school about John Schwalger, and I like it.
Of course, John, who was at Wellington College for the last few years, and his boy Sicadius is year 13, and has been named as the captain of the Wellington College first 15. He's known Sicadius for his long dreadlocks here, but he's got rid of it now.
Must have been from the mum's side.
Another great scrum here by the Billy Goats. Free away, the arms out now. They're going to crash this over. They do! Try time. And the pats on the back. Looks like it might be Ward Allen again as we look at the replay. I think it's Gareth Ward Allen.
That'd be very strange if the loose head prop scored from the pushover scrum, but
No, I think it actually might have been Jarrell Lim, I think.
yeah,
Yep, he's got the try.
that's a dominant scrum.
The Old Boys University extend their lead, 17 points to 8, the conversion to come. And it's Manuel in his 50th game to line up this shot at goal. We're the rugby at its finest here at Nairnville Park. Round 3 of the Swindale Shield. Cameron said if the game was going to be called off today, I said they never call a game of rugby off. Well, they did it in Ngāti Taua today.
They did.
Conversion successful. And 11-point ball game.
It's a harder kick than it looked. That wind's blowing. Rain might have died down, but a great kick by Marlow.
So Petone now, after another rough opening start. Time to resettle, but the Billy Goats are out to a good margin here at the moment.
Great hands. Harry Irving.
Harry Irving. Still under 20s last year. And alongside Callum Coburn, both their fathers referee rugby. Oh, that time off. Was that knocked on? No play on is the call.
Gareth Ward Allen, great hands.
Done well. Manuel bounces in front of William Davis. Davis crashes into Hunter Kennedy. Solid on the tackle. Atufia. Now back out to Waikiri Jones. And Sexton was running freely last week. Unfortunately today, he hasn't been able to be given that same opportunity. Here's Harry Rankin, strong young man from the Taranaki. Passes it out to Itufia. That, I think, was knocked on, but the officials have missed it. Jordan Glenn Bradbrook kicks it into the 22. Bounces awkwardly for Lawson. Watches this into the in goal, and this will be a goal line dropout. Petone finding it difficult to get past. Defence of Old Boys University. Suffocating at the moment. No, the goal line dropout. Out to Letufia. Good tackle there by Geordie Bean. And Katoa had the fumbles in the first half. This time he hangs on to the ball. Back out to Alexopoulos. And Willett. Davis wrapped up quickly. Trying to get over the top of the ball that time, Old Boys University, and Davis crashed it forward. Here's Letufia again. Willett. And Rankin again. It's been knocked on by Rory Willett. And here goes the Billy Goats. Oh, Hunter Kennedy that time, but there was already the advantage for the previous knock-on. And so it's going to be an Old Boys University scrum. Yep, 6 outside their own 22.
Another sub looks like 16. Connolly Alexander, a good WRFU man.
Yep, another WRFU man.
Rathkill man has come on. He's bulked up in the off-season.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of CrossFit in the off-season.
Something in the Petone water, the natural spring.
It's his first game for Petone this year. He was a week away last week. First week of club rugby. He was playing for the Premier Reserves. Now we're just waiting for the rest of the substitutions to be completed. Harris checking. Yep, jersey 19 coming on. It's Ari Bonnier coming on for Old Boys University. I think it is.
Yeah, Wellington College Old Boy. Did he captain the first 11? He definitely
yes, he
first
did.
11
Yeah.
A player of some note. Would have a good last man standing cricket team, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
certainly would.
Cody Quinn opening, steaming in and bowling off the long run. It'd be impressive to watch.
I've been impressed with Sam Walton Sexton today, the halfback. Certainly been winning that halfback battle at the moment. Well, this time it's Petone twisting it. Old Boys University get it out. Kick downfield. The hands of Davis. 3 tries in the Swindale Shield for Davis so far. Little opportunity today by Kenny Jones. Kicks it towards Ben Gordon, who takes the mark. He taps it and runs it. Sexton on him. Hosking slips off Lawson. There goes Manuel into a puddle of water.
Short
And
side.
Kennedy. Oh, he bunts off Cam Ferreira. And the arms out as well in favour of Old Boys University. That was in front of the mark, so they have to go back. Well, we've had 13 minutes gone here at Nairnville Park. I think that person in that house there, that would be a good commentary box today. Looks like they're watching the rugby over there.
What's the referee calling here? He's going a long way back.
Well, I think this is an assistant referee call that's coming. There's going to be another substitution. Debut for Axel Dakin in jersey 21. And Kitiona Talepa, also a debut for him. Both of them were Silverstream first 15 last year. Archie Schrader, his afternoon is done, and also Camphor as well. So congratulations to those two debuts today. So a few in the Billy Goats as well. So Axel Dakin, his father, alongside some of the Premier players from OBU, helped put up the gazebo today. Here he is, Dakin feeds the scrum. Oh, it's been twisted around by Old Boys University. But Charlie Harris has got a rule of reset. I thought it was going to be a penalty for Old Boys University. Well, scrums have been challenging in this game. Old Boys University, the winning favourite at the moment, but there's been plenty of resets.
Gareth Wardown was talking to the assistant referee there, just pointing at different angles. He's a smart man, Gareth, a physio by trade and well educated. He'll argue anyone until they're bleeding in the ears about the about scrum rules.
Well, front rows come together again. This time fed in by Dakin. Front rows collapse. It's allowed to play on. Waikiri Jones. Taken into contact by Carter. Walden Sexton was pleading his case for holding on penalty there, but Harris said play on. Jordan Glenn. Slow coming here with Bailey. Really comes off the game of rugby, does John O'Bailey. There's William Davis now. Back out to Bradbrook. Davis gets it again, supported by Hoskins. They're under 22 now. Petone. Dakin. Oh, Katoa loses possession. He was looking for try number 2.
Yeah, that looked very dangerous, didn't it?
Yeah. It's 2 big runs by Katoa in this game. He's come super close to getting his second. Well, Old Boys University, while we wait for this scrum, we'll thank the sponsors again. Dynasty Sport, TBI Health, Stellar Recruitment, and Leroy's. What a type of beer is the Goat on tap?
Well, it can be anything. Whatever's on special. At $6, I think, for a pint. It's accessible. We don't condone heavy drinking. No. Always drink responsibly. But a good way for the boys to connect and make some good friendships. Dynasty as well, one of our big sponsors, Paul Latham, the local rep, loves club rugby.
He does, yeah. No, he's a great man, as Paul Latham. He worked at his Aru Mowai Trust does as well. Free kick against Petone.
I think he's in the middle of climbing Colonial Knob or something. Right. He does it every day in April, and I was supposed to go this morning with him, but with the weather the way it was, I felt bad about it, but I just didn't turn up. But Paul, if you're listening, I'll be there at some stage before the end of the month.
So, on the free kick, it's been kicked into touch. And so it'll be a line out here for Petone on the 22. Southern end of Nairnville Park. Be Conley Alexander with his first line out throw. They go back, it's overthrown, but knocked on. Old Boys University. Dakin picks it up, allowing it to play on. Here's Max Hosking. Another one that has played for Horowhenua Kapiti and Heartland Rugby. Tuival. Rushing it forward towards the 22 now. Letufia. And Petone, just a little bit of wind up their sails here at the moment. Here's Harry Rankin. The arms out against Old Boys University. Here's Tuival with the wild offload. It's been gone into touch, but will come back for the penalty. Offside is the call. I think they'll kick to touch here at Petone.
Yeah, tough kick for 3. They've tap and go.
Well, they're gone for that one. Tap and go. Here's Dakin now. Finds Alexander. 6 away from the line now. That's Kitiona Taylor-Pa. Good tackle on him by Old Boys University. Heavily involved there was Mitch Shields. Here's Katoa. Stretching OBU here, but they've got the defence well and truly sorted. Is that Dakin? Wow. Let's have a look on our replay. Enemy replay. Let's see if was it Dakin that got the try? I think he might have just got there. The try has been awarded, and Petone are back in this one. And it's Axel Dakin on debut that gets a try. 19-13 with the conversion to come.
It's just the pressure Petone have had in the last 5 or 10 minutes. It's OBU have struggled to get out of that 30 metre, their own 30 metres.
Well, covered this game for the last 3 years, and it's always been a blockbuster. And it's looking like that way again. But 20 minutes left in this game. Still anyone's to grasp. There's Patches on the sideline. He'll be nervous as anything. So it's Jacob Waikiri-Jones with the kicking duties for Petone. And that is straight down the middle. And so it's 19-15. Just like that. Petone are back in this one. Let's have a look at some score updates around the grounds. It is 17-all between Upper Hutt and Oriental Rongotai. 15-3 Johnsonville over Wellington. 23-10 Pōneke ahead of Wainui. 29-7 Hutt Old Boys Marist over Northern United. And 16-0 Marist St. Pat's over Tawa. And just a reminder, folks, Parramatta Plymouton and Avalon not playing today because Ngāti Toa is a lake. Here's the restart. Down towards Lockie Forbes, his first game for Petone Premiers this year. Last 2 weeks he's been playing for the Prem Reserves. Here's Hunter Kennedy. Gets those dancing feet going. Fends off Jordan Glenn Bradbrook. Here goes Hunter Kennedy. And Petone latch onto that, but they got numbers there. And John O'Bailey with the turnover. But that was, I saw that was probably 50-50 either way. So Waikiri-Jones will kick this into touch. I think just need to settle down a bit here for Old Boys University, Hayden.
Yeah, big 10 minutes here. Petone look like they've got something off their bench, the guys who've come on. And I see Alapati is it Soki, who's the he's been around longer than I have. Like, he is just immense at scrum time. So hopefully that looks like the Petone scrum is shoring up their scrum.
Well, John T. Riley continues on his fine form in this game. He gets the line-out steal. And it's the set pieces that have been OBU's victories today, and they get the penalty as well, as that was another high tackle.
Yeah, he's consistent, Charlie, with his calling on those sternum shots, so I'll take that.
Well, and actually, for a change, the wind's gone, the rain's gone to drizzle. Very rare.
The damage is done, though, isn't it? The field is wet.
The field is wet. And so time off here. Some substitutions happening. Just get those to you soon.
You'll see Gareth Wall-Allen on the back of his jersey, Oz 1008, tribute to Peter Osborne.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
The late, great Peter Osborne, who passed away at the start of this year. Wellington Lion and university player of some note. Will wear his number, this is Lion's number, 1008, and we'll wear it with pride throughout the year.
Always around club rugby when it was on, Peter Osborne. Ooh, good pass there by Walton Sexton out to Gordon.
He's looked dangerous.
He has been dangerous all game. Rankin with the low tackle. And now it's
questionable use of arms there as well, I thought.
Etufia Slowing down the Billy Goats advancement. The hands of Lawrence Jarrell Lim. Well, the Richter scale, and the tension has gone up. And here's Lawson. Did he just fend off Khandallah?
Strong round by the young guy.
Irving. Still 5 away from the 22. As Sexton finds Manuel. Wrapped up by Lutafia and Tuival. And Kennedy gets those feet going, and he's being brought to ground by Tom Carter. It's slow at Old Boys University. Playing the patient game.
Good carry, Laurie. Good carry.
Excellent carry. And here's Ward Allen again. They're 10 away from the line now. 15 minutes to play here in round 3 of the Swindale Shield, and mistake by Hunter Kennedy. Lets Petone off the hook. Has been charged down, but will come back for the knock-on.
Look good there. Big carries by Lawrence Jarrell Lim, and then Gareth Ward Allen had some momentum. Ball to decking as well. Conditions just really aren't conducive to offloads at this stage of the game. 15 minutes to play. It's a tight one.
It certainly is. Of course, today, both teams playing for the Mark Herhoven Memorial Trophy. Known as Albie was a respected player, known for being a Jubilee Cup winning captain. And he is who the two teams are playing for today. Well acquainted with both clubs.
It's an impressive trophy.
Straighten up that time. Carter. Pass fired back to Waikiri Jones, who's taken over the fly half duties. Gordon back out to Kennedy. Well, that's Gordon actually, sorry, folks.
Oh, good feet.
Oh, look at those feet. They're very Conrad Smith-like, aren't they? Just gliding away through the line.
That's a compliment.
Conrad Smith was probably one of the greatest touch judges I've ever had in my refereeing career. It's that year he broke his leg. So
Oh, yeah.
here's Riley. Strong game from Riley. Product of John McGlashan. Oh, knocked on again. So just errors creeping into the Billy Goats game at the moment. We've got just about 13 minutes remaining here in this match. Score updates, still 17-all between Upper Hutt and Oriental Rongotai. 15-3, Johnsonville ahead of Wellington. 23-22, Porneki against Wainuiomata, so Wainuiomata coming back in that game. 29-14, Hutt ahead of Norths. And still 16-0, Marist St. Pat's ahead of Tawa. So Dakin. To feed this line out. Or scrum, I mean, sorry. Jeepers. Kick down. But that has gone out on the full.
Oh,
Oh, no, actually. Finn Mellon, the assistant referee, has said it didn't go out on the full. It must have been one bounce in. Out. So, all right. Old Boys University have the line out, but they'd rather be down the other end of the field. Plenty of advice from the dugout. Tower's been called out. So, Geordie Bean. Front to Riley. Irving's done well to get it back. Tuival was contesting that time. There's Jarrell Lim. So we're trying to get past this 10-metre line. There's old Gareth Ward Allen. Secures it for Walton Sexton, who puts the kick up in the air. Waikiri Jones, oh, goes backwards. Old Boys University, it's juggling around like an AFL match at the moment. And the arms out in favour of Petone. That will be for a knock-on. By Kenny Jones, comes off Manuel's head.
That's awful. 15 seconds of rugby, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not flash at all, that's for sure. But we've got a scrum here for Petone. And that looks like Mitch Shields is down. Looks like an issue with his leg. Might be a bit of cramp, actually. So, 19-15 here at Nairnville Park. Old Boys University in the lead. Old Boys University like to thank their sponsors, Dynasty TBI Health, Stellar Recruitment, and Leroy's, the new home of Old Boys University. And Stellar Recruitment was a new sponsor that came on last year as well, weren't they?
Yeah, we're lucky there. With former OBU Premier First Five Mike Newell heads up Stellar Recruitment in Wellington with a great bunch of guys. They also sponsor Auckland University Rugby as well. And Mike's help out some of our students with some part-time work. It's some good synergy there that he gets some reliable, beefy guys to help out on building sites. Mike Newell, he'll take you for a beer and tell you everything about tradie recruitment. He's a good man.
So, scrum time outside the 22. Petone feed has stabilised the Petone scrum in the second half with a few replacements. But Jersey 18 is about to come on very soon. Lockie Earl for Old Boys University. He's just on the sideline at the moment.
Yes, from the famous Earl family down in Canterbury.
Coburg out to Kennedy. Nice gliding feet there by Ben Gordon, but he's knocked it on. And so, Petone with the ball in hand. Kenny Jones, high up in there again. And Lawson with an unfortunate mistake. He's been solid all day, his Jake Lawson.
He's been good all day, Jake.
Well, Ross Plunkett, who's a voice well known at Petone Rugby, has just said that you guys have just brought a giraffe on, and that is Lockie Earl.
Yeah, Lockie Earl. Yeah, I think out of St. Bede's in Christchurch. He'll correct me if I'm wrong. I'm very proud about what school they went to down there, but I think it's...
Former captain as well, I think. Yes, he is, yeah.
Yep.
So...
And from that famous Earl family as well, I think he's a connection there to Andy. Maybe he's the nephew of Andy Earl. If he's half as good as Andy Earl, we'll be all right.
Well, here is Petone. Oh, it's another reset as footing was lost.
Big 8.5 minutes of footy here.
Yeah. Looks like the rain's returned as well. Well, if anything like last year's game, it was a tight tussle. Tom Henderson 40 had won the game. This could be similar, perhaps.
Yeah, I remember that. Tom Hendo turned around, gave it a fist pump. Play went down the other end. I think it got a penalty.
Yeah, penalty, yeah.
I had erased it from my memory, but thanks for reminding me.
It went down about the 84th minute. Here's a penalty advantage playing for Petone. They've got the better of the scrum now. Off the ground pass by Bradbrook. Into contact. There by Kingston Hill. His second game for the Villagers. Strong debut against Tawa. He played the whole 80 minutes. Another one from the rugby factory, the St. Pat Silverstream. Tuival, Carter, Alexander. Wrapped up by Bean, but will come back for the penalty. This directly in front of the posts. Got about 7 minutes to play. And the decision time here for Petone. Will they take the shot at goal? Tuival comes up to Harris, and they're going to go and kick to the corner.
I think that's the right decision.
Well, I thought he shanked it, but he didn't. No, on the 5x5, southern end of Nairnville Park. Line out for Petone. Well, watch that number 4 from OBU, Jonty Riley. 2 tries, a few steals at line-out time today. Can he come up trumps here on the Petone throw? Here's Alexander. They go to the back, secured by Bailey. They look to put the drive on, the arms out. They're sniffing here, Petone. It's slow coming. Alapati causes a distraction. They pick and go again. Old Boys University hanging on. It's a penalty. They've been pulling down the line-out drive. Yeah.
Got to get that timing right when they go to the back there.
Well, Petone last time picked and goed. And they're going to do the same again here. That's Rankin supporting Tuival. He goes himself, Tuival. Short of the chalk. Battle stations for the Billy Goats. And Lapati puts the slow drive on. Slow going here for Petone. They change direction now to Brad Brooker goes himself. Oh, he's just going to be short of the line.
He held up?
He's held up.
Ooh.
And it's a victory for the Billy Goats.
Yeah, I was cursing this line dropout rule earlier, but I kind of like it now. Sam Walton-Sexton looks like he's cramping. I don't know how you cramp in this kind of weather, but...
Oh, well. So getting Hosking to a few whacks in the back of the hamstring there. Back up now. And so the goal line dropout now for Old Boys University. They go for the shorter option down towards Carter. Carter only knows one thing, and that's the straighten. There's Dakin. Finds Talipart, and he's lost it. And here's Old Boys University now. They will look to pounce. Manuel kicks it downfield. Racing back there is Forbes. Forbes. It's been kicked and it's gone out on the full. Well, both teams making errors at the moment, and we're into the final 4 minutes. Still anyone's game. There's Patches running down the sideline.
He's in the gumboots.
Geordie Bean, another clean of the ball. Club rugby in Wellington, round 3. Some of the best rugby you can see.
Good from Lockie Earl.
They give it to the Giraffe. Pressing forward. Is that Isaac Wong that's on in the field? Jersey 22, I think it is. No, sorry, got the wrong one.
No, Isaac's on 14.
14.
Oh, Laurie.
Oh, lofty pass. It's a knock-on against Petone.
That's not Laurie's game, being a ball player. Carry up, carry strong there, Laurie.
Oh, Old Boys University.
Good, clean Isaac Wong.
They'll be looking to keep this tight. Well, they've done well with their crashing through player that time there. Petone, Rocky Forbes, nearly disrupting. Here's Ward Allen. Gaining it 2 metres there.
That's better, Laurie. Up the chutney. That Petone player has to roll, doesn't he?
Surely.
Sam Walton-Sexton's made a meal of that.
8 away from the 22 now. The crowd are getting into it.
Good clean there, Geordie Bean.
Now, if they can get it out here, they do. Just outside the 22 now. Tuival with the good tackle. Ooh, did he get over the top? No, he's lost his footing.
There's Isaac Wong. Good option there, Isaac Wong.
They get to Ward Allen. Into the 22. Here's Irving. Less than 2 minutes to go here at Nairnville Park. Can Old Boys University close this result out? Here's Kennedy. Oh, jeez. Good tackle on him by Bailey. And the Giraffe in the action again.
This is good from OBU. Sucked about 3 minutes off the clock.
And this is what they just need to do. Just wind this time down. And they can win
Ben
back.
Gordon. Ben
Ben
Gordon.
Gordon, has he got the try?
Oh,
Ben Gordon's got the try, and that will be the match for Old Boys University. As we look at the enemy replay, Gordon, he slipped off 2 tackles.
That's great from Ben Gordon. He's been good all day. We've commented about how good his feet are into contact.
So
That might just be the game.
that
Brad.
might be. We've got about a minute left. 24 points to 15 with the conversion to come.
This is one on the calendar OBU always look forward to. You know, it's the Petone. It's a traditional fixture, and it feels good to beat these guys. I don't want to. I'll just be quiet. I don't want to jinx it.
After what happened last year.
Yeah. I'll put the mic down.
Just a reminder, folks, that our time is not actually the referee's time, so
It should be.
it should be. While we wait for this conversion, up ahead of Ori's 24-17, 23 points to 3, Johnsonville ahead of Wellington. 25-23, Wainui ahead of Pornihi. Ooh, this is surprising. 29-28, Norths have come back against Hutt. Hutt ahead by 1 and 23-0, Marist over Tawa.
Gee, North's come from nowhere.
They came from nowhere. Here's the conversion. That's successful.
Oh, that's great from Marlaw.
So 26-15, back to 11 points. And surely this time, Old Boys University will come away with the victory. They've gone for the quick restart here. Down towards Forbes. And taken by the Giraffe.
Lockie Earl looks so good. Natural at this level.
And Walton Sexton probably be up there with probably the best and fairest points, really. He's been stellar today. And they drive again.
Mitchell Shields again. These guys have been immense. There's a lot of fresh meat on the bench for OBU. It's been these forwards a lot of these guys have done 80 minutes.
A lot of learnings from last year. 7 or 8 games it was, losing by less than 3 points. And that learning from that from last year has come in handy here for Old Boys University today. 81st minute here on our clock, but it's still play on from referee Harris. Here's Ward Allen.
It's a big 80 from the Lucid, and the tight end Lawrence has done 80 as well.
Yep. Walton Sexton now. Look out to Bonnier. Oh, and they got the penalty, Petone. And they're going to have to use this quickly if they're going to have a chance of anything at the moment. Here's Tuival. Here's Bradbrook. Gives it out to Forbes. He kicks it through into the 22. Coburn back there to regather. Oh, risky. Bounces in front of Tuival. Tuival into the 22. Just short of the touchline. Oh, knocked on that time for Petone. It sort of sums up the game really for them. Time's close to the 22. And they knock it on. But there's still time to play. And it's 26-15 with a scrum for Old Boys University just outside the 22.
You touched on it earlier. You know, those close losses last year. These guys learned a lot, and it's great to see them putting this into action. You know, being up, being able to put the foot on the throat and end a game.
So here we go. Scrum for Old Boys University. Bolton Sexton off the back this time. Goes Mitchell
Strong
Shields.
carry.
He changed the direction. Straightened by Sexton. Balls there available for Lockie Earl. Old Boys University looking to just close this out. Back to Irving. Up to halfway now. They're calling time. Ball pass back to Kennedy. He kicks it into touch. And what has been a dramatic game. Mother Nature came. Both teams came to play. But there's one victor today. And for the first time since 2022, Old Boys University the victors here at Nairnville Park over Petone. Hayden, you'll be happy with that result.
Yeah, really happy, and happy for the coaching group, that have put in a lot of hours getting this team ready. Big shift there from Laurie and Gareth Ward-Allen in the front row. Geordie Bean as well, a skipper who really does lead from the front. An immense effort. Those sponsors as well. Let's thank them all. And thanks to you, mate, for the work you do for Club Rugby, making it accessible. I know there's a lot of families and friends who watch our guys. A lot of them are from out of town, families away, so they really enjoy having the stream available for them to watch their sons, their brothers, their friends play. So, gee, that was an enjoyable game. Horrible conditions. Yeah. Thanks for bringing the van. Let's do it all again next week.
Thank you to Richard Morenzi, the caretaker at Woodby Collegiate, for giving us the van today. It's been a godsend. Many thanks to our cameraman, Toby Sharp, behind the camera. Many thanks to you, Hayden, for coming on board the commentary team. Hopefully it's not the last time for this year. And I am Brad Hudson. Petone going down to Old Boys University today, 26-15. Ciao for now. Electrical and mechanical contracting complexity is a given. Finding a partner who can handle it all, that's where it gets simple. At NME, we spent over 30 years mastering the art of integrated solutions, from high-end electrical and mechanical engineering to comprehensive HVAC and 24/7 maintenance. We don't just fill a gap, we power the whole project. With a team of over 150 experts across New Zealand, we bring the scale of a giant and the dedication of a local partner to every site. NME Precision Engineering, proven reliability. Visit us at nme.co.nz. Huddy Sports, we love a good game plan, and when it comes to travel, our go-to is Louise Reddy from New Zealand Travel Brokers. Whether it's a sports tour, a family break, or that bucket list trip, she'll get you there stress-free with all the best deals around. She's local, she's experienced, and she backs the game like we do, and she's a great supporter of Huddy Sports. Look up Louise Reddy at louisereddy.nztravelbrokers.co.nz or email louise@louise.reddy@newzealandtravelbrokers.co.nz. Travel smart and travel like a pro. Blocked drains, leaky pipes, don't let plumbing problems sideline your day. Call the team, Mike Pinfold Plumbing and Drain Laying Limited. Mike has been our sponsor since the very beginning. From quick fixes to full renovations, he's got the tools, the team, and the know-how to get the job done right. First time, every time. Local, reliable, and always on time. That's how Mike plays the game. Find Mike Pinfold at Pinfold Plumbing at extra.co.nz 027 430 4351. Mike Pinfold Plumbing and Drain Laying Limited. Also Google Mike Pinfold Plumbing and let the pros handle the flow. Looking for the perfect place to park up? Welcome to Joe's Garage Wellington. Local legend based on Tory Street, where the coffee is always hot, the beer is ice cold, and the food is built to fuel your soul. From a world-class breakfast to kickstart your morning to legendary burgers and late-night entertainment with family and friends, Joe's Garage has got your back. It's honest food, great tunes, and even better company. Joe's Garage Wellington. Swing by, grab a seat, and make yourself at home, because everyone's welcome at Joe's. Joe's Garage Wellington, 56 Tory Street, Te Aro, Wellington. The Hurry Hui. Huddy Sports captivating sports show. The Huddy Hui covers Wellington Club Rugby as well as other sporting topics of debate. Tune in on YouTube during the rugby playing months as host Brad Hudson interviews rugby players and other sporting personalities across the Wellington region and the rest of New Zealand. Catch the Huddy Hui streaming on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and wherever good yarns are heard. The Huddy Hui live on Huddy Sports.
Hi, Gavin Murphy here
And Cassie Murphy.
from G and Higton Funeral Directors.
Don't leave it up to someone else to tell your story. Do it now when you can enjoy being part of the conversation.
With a prepaid funeral, you can have music, readings, and venue all chosen by you.
For your free funeral planning pack with everything you need to get started, go to our website at gnhickton.co.nz/pre-planning.
In the world of electrical and